band and the music were one and the same. Frank wrote most of the music, most of the pieces that we did. However, it was expressed through that band, and everybody added something to it. And that particular stuff couldn't have been done by anybody else. And the band was a very close unit. The guys really enjoyed being around each other. I couldn't wait to see them, and I was sorry to leave them. And it was, so we'd work together, we'd party together, we'd horse around together, and it never stopped. I mean, the Mothers were a group. They had a shtick that was developed. Nobody taught you. You just picked it up, and all of a sudden you're doing it. We had hundreds of motherisms and little inside jokes, and we just loved it. Well, as it turned out, a lot of other people loved listening to it, and whether we were on radio or album or in a live show, whatever. And so, I mean, it was just perfect because you're doing something that came naturally, and it was a lot of fun. It was interesting. It was a little far out. It was a little naughty, and everybody liked it. So the shows, and of course in those days, the shows were never planned. There was never a set list. There was never, well, tonight we're going to do this, and then we're going to segue into this, and we're going to end with so-and-so. And they get a guitar solo, and then there's drums. We never did anything like that. We didn't know how long we were going to play. I mean, we did some 3 and 4 hour shows, and they were all improvised. And of course, you've probably heard about all the hand signals that Frank was able to tell everybody if he wanted something done, that kind of thing. But basically, the shows were very loose then and improvised. Frank would always pick up on what somebody was doing and let that take over. And then later on, I'm sure. Well, I know that the shows became much more structured. I'm talking probably, I couldn't say for sure, but certainly by the mid-70s, more towards the later days, and that was great too, you know. But it was a unique experience then. It was a unique band, and I think that's why a lot of people liked it. You know, one of the reasons they liked it. Yeah, well, they would develop daily, and some of them made it, and some of them didn't make it. Now, what they did later on, I don't know, but the common one was this signal, and when he did that, everybody was supposed to go peep. You know, that was or like a high-pitched peep, and then there was one that was supposed to go like booyah, you know, like. And he'd kind of do this, and then when he did something like this, that meant a solo, and to be honest, I've forgotten a lot of them, but there were probably 8 or 10 in real common use. And then of course, it was easy to just like a conductor in a symphony or a chamber orchestra, it was easy to indicate that the meter you're going to use or the time, the beat that you're going to use. For example, if he wanted us to go ahead and start playing something in 5, he would just hold up 5 fingers, and that meant the tempo. So he just had to go, and we knew what it was. And so we just started playing like that, or 7, 11, whatever it happened to be. And a lot of the signals were of course musical or instrumental. Like somebody would play something, and that meant okay, we'd go into that, or Frank would start playing a blues that we knew, we start playing that, you know, that kind of thing. It's been too long. I can't remember all this stuff, but it was pretty loose show.